son, are you, Mr. Ballistics? Yeah? Perfect. My name is Chad, and I'm here on behalf of Matt. You mean like Matt Carricker? No, not the man with extremely weak wrists. I'm here on behalf of MATT, Men Against Table Torture. Ever heard of us? No, you didn't think so. Well, you are top of our list, buddy. You got 4,766 counts of table slaughter. So unfortunately for you, good news for me, I'm gonna be taking you in today. Got these pretty little bracelets for you. Gonna slap them on you real quick. Yes, sir, I got him. Go and get that office party going. Yeah, I want the chocolate donuts. No, he Sir, you better make that 4,767 count. Hey, you get back here, you big hillbilly! What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And today I have a very cool pocket pistol to show you. Typically, when you think of a derringer, you probably think of something like this. This is a 22 Magnum derringer, a very small gun chambered in a small round. That is what it fires, the 22 Magnum. And when you think of a 45-70, you are probably thinking of one of these two lever actions. This is a Marlin 1895 45-70, and this is a Henry all-weather 45-70. Two very big guns, and they fire a big round, the 45-70 government. And then when you take a giant 45-70 and you mix it with a tiny derringer, you get one behemoth of a pocket pistol. This is the Bond Arms 45-70 Cyclops. I have a lot of pocket pistols, and I have to say, this is one of the more unique ones. I love the concept with the Cyclops on the end of the barrel, and then on this side, you have a 45-70 round and the barrel etched in the side. And sometimes these little derringers can be a little bit of a Rubik's Cube when you're trying to figure out how to load them. The Cyclops is pretty simple. You've got this little lever, you push it down, and the barrel opens up. Another thing about derringers, especially the larger ones, is they're a little bit difficult to hang on to. Typically you have just a tiny little grip, but the Cyclops has a very beefy grip on it. So what I'm saying is, I am very excited to try this thing out, so let's get started. So I actually already have a 45-70 derringer. This is an American derringer, Alaskan. It's chambered in 45-70 and 410. Here it is compared to the Cyclops. You can see that they're about the same length, but the Cyclops is a tad bit beefier. Also, you'll notice a big difference in the grips. The American derringer has a very small rounded grip, and then the Cyclops has that big beefy grip. So now I'm going to take a shot with both and see which one is easier to hang on to. So first up is the American derringer Alaskan, and I'm going to be using some 45-70 405 grain soft points. Okie dokie. Here we go. You gotta hang on tight. Oh! That one really moves in your hand. So now let's try out the Cyclops. I'm sure the recoil is going to be just as stout, but what I want to know is, will I be able to hang on to it any better? Here we go. I don't even need to review the slow-mo footage. I can tell you that that was much better. So when it comes to having an enjoyable experience shooting a 45-70 derringer, if there even is such a thing, I'm going to say that the Cyclops is a little more pleasant to shoot. If you look at the slow-mo footage here, you can see that the Alaskan is definitely dancing in my hand a little more than the Cyclops. So if I had to pick one of the two to shoot more than once, I'm probably going to go with this one. think that I would throw this beautiful 4570 in the Chip-O-Matic 5000? Well, I would. And if you don't hit that subscribe button, it's gonna happen! So the real question is, will a 4570 Derringer protect you from something as dangerous as a zombie? Let's find out, shall we? This is a Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie bust. We're gonna take a shot at it and see how effective our pocket pistol is. Okay, here we go. Well, looks like just gave him a little bit of a haircut, you know, a little off the top. I hit right there, and we've got us an exit hole right there. I believe they call that getting your wig split. Let's try again, shall we? Oh! Let's see here. That wasn't as explosive as I thought it would be, but we have a hit right here, and we have quite an exit hole. So when it comes to ejection on this, it does not have an ejector rod. You have this little notch right here. If you get your nail in, you just pop that right out of there. So it looks like there's quite a bit of zombie bust left over. Thankfully, we have Warwood Tool as today's sponsor. For over 170 years now, Warwood Tool has been making hand-forged, 100% American-made tools. When it comes to hammers, mauls, chisels, picks, sledgehammers, any kind of heavy-duty hand tool you're looking for, Warwood Tool makes it, and they make it 100% in America. This is one of their fine products that they made custom for me. It is a green 20-pound sledgehammer, and now I'm going to try it out on what's left of this zombie. Ow! It's in my mouth! So before we continue, I want to do a little bit of a science experiment. I am curious to what kind of velocity we are getting out of our pocket pistol compared to a 4570 rifle. So here I have a 10% 16-inch block of gel made by Clear Ballistics, and then I have this magical device called a chronograph. It will measure the speed of our bullets and will also play vinyl records. Okay, I'm gonna take one shot with a 4570 rifle and one shot with our pocket pistol. We're gonna see how fast it's moving and how much gel we make it through. Okie dokie, I have the Marlin 1895 lever action 4570 and I have a 405 grain soft point. Let's see what kind of speeds and penetration we get. Whoa! (1,458 feet per second). Let's take a look at our gel here. We have quite the wound channel, and I would say that it hit that gel block pretty hard. Okay, now I have the same round, but we're gonna use the Cyclops Derringer. Let's see if I can actually hit the gel. Oh! Okay, so 730 feet per second. That is a lot less than the rifle, but we don't have anywhere near as much barrel length as the rifle. As for the gel, man, still messed it up pretty good, and we had a full 16 inches of penetration. Ow! So here recently, I used Orbeez as a target, and it turns out it's an excellent target and looks great on the slow-mo. So next we have 1 gallon of Orbeez. And since this little guy is, you know, kind of lacking in power slightly, I'm gonna point blank it. Okie dokie, here we go. Oh! I have an Orbeez in my glasses. So it looks like the 4570 Derringer may be too effective. So we took out the Orbeez, but I also took out my giant rooster over here. See if we can figure out where we hit him. It's looking like I hit him right in the tail feathers. It appears it went completely through. Hey, guess what? Chicken butt. So I've been shooting the 45-70 Cyclops with two hands. Now I want to see what will it be like shooting it with one hand. Okay, after doing that, I have to say two things. First, you definitely feel that a little more in your palm when you shoot it with one hand. Number two, if you are not experienced, I definitely would not try that. So when loading a derringer, you want to be extra careful not to put your hand in front of the muzzle. So now we're going to see what would happen if you were not being extra careful. Negligent discharge in 3, 2, 1. Oh! Let's check out our hand here. That would not feel too good. Look at all of that muzzle burn. So your middle finger there definitely would not be functioning correctly. So up next, I am about to make the ants in this area very happy, continuing my battle on diabetes. This is 7 pounds of Hershey's chocolate syrup. Let's see what happens when we hit it with the Cyclops. All right, I'm gonna aim a little low because it seems like that's what you have to do with this thing. Here we go. Ow! Smells pretty good. You're really not supposed to eat though when you're shooting because, you know, lead exposure. That's pretty good. So last, what I need to know is, will a 45-70 Cyclops protect me from the wretched Furbies? Here I have a Furby that has lost its voice box, but it is still a menace. If you get this thing wet, it'll multiply, and if you feed it after midnight, it will burn down the whole town. All right. Here we go. Okay, so seems like the 45-70 Cyclops is very effective at taking out Furbies. I still don't know exactly how I'm going to get that down. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you thought about the 45-70 Cyclops in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, do me a big favor and give it a like. And if you're not subscribed to Kentucky Ballistics, hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure and check me out on Kentucky Customs, Kentucky Ballistics Shorts, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. See you next time.